Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Hope you guys are doing awesome as always. So the look I have for you today is a look that I use my Urban Decay Electric Palette with. Yay! A red, a pink, a purple, and a blue eye. Yeah! So if you would like to see how I got this awesome look, stay tuned. Alright, to start out this look, I'm going to be priming my eyelids with my usual Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Concealer. Hey! Smooth that onto our eyelids. For my highlight, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Chic Naturals in 10S Vanilla. So it's just basically a white with a kind of a round brush like this. I'm just going to throw this underneath my brows. And I'm also going to do this in my inner corner as well. Okay, so for my actual eyeshadows that I'm going to be using today, I'm so excited for this. So I was out of work for a few months, and so I've been really good with my money, and I really have wanted this for a long time. I know that this isn't a new product anymore. Everybody and their grandmother has a YouTube video with the electric palette, but that's cool. I don't care. I'm stoked for it. You guys know I love color. So I'm so excited to use this. It does come with a little brush, which this is actually a nice brush. I've used it already. I'll use the smaller end of this brush. And my first color I'm going to be using is the orange here. So I'm going to be taking this orange. It's called Slow Burn. I'm going to get that onto my brush. And I'm going to be pressing this into my inner corner of my eyelid. I'm trying to use the brush even though I know that I will get better pigmentation if I use my fingers, which is why I always use my fingers so much. Let's use the fingers. Look how pigmented that is. Just goes on so much better. Okay, so now that we have that orange on, I'm going to jump to a purple. So I'm going to be using this color called Jilted. It's kind of a pinkish purple tone. So I'm going to be placing this next to the orange. It kind of has those warm tones where I can kind of blend them together. Now just wiggle your finger through both colors and you'll blend them together. So next, I'm going to be jumping onto the purple. I'm going to be using this purple color called Urban right here, but I'm going to place it kind of on top of it because we're running out of room and I want to put blue on the edge. So just a little bit of that purple over the top of that pink on top of that Jilted color. And just kind of again wiggle your fingers together to blend those colors. Now on the very edge, I'm going to be using this color called Gonzo. I'm just going to place this awesome blue right on the edge. And then we'll wiggle our fingers to kind of blend those colors together. I'm going to take my brush and use this as a blending tool. So I'm going to go over with those colors again, the Slow Burn, and just kind of press that on and just lightly brush that into the next color. And kind of pull that up as we go, so you can see what I'm doing here. The Jilted color right next to it, and blend with this. So I don't want to lose the intensity of any of these awesome colors, but I want to make sure that they're faded properly. Take some of that purple. Make sure I get that faded into the blue. These are all kind of very different colors, so you have to really blend these well. But the good thing is that these colors do blend very well on their own, so it's not very hard. So I'm just going to kind of make a little cat eye with this, as I usually do. Kind of bring it out a little bit with that Gonzo color. Making sure to keep everything nice and blended. We're going to start bringing this color up even higher and pulling it up and over all the rest of our colors. Just gonna take that and pull that up over the other colors. So you can see that I'm creating this blue swirl coming down. Down into the inner corner, and the less product you use, the more you'll get that kind of a gradient look. You can kind of pull that up even higher. Just lightly dust that over with whatever is left on your brush. Alright, so see how we have that? It's kind of a gradient from that darker color fading to the lighter color. Now you can make that all really dark if you want to, but I kind of have this gradient where it's darker on the edges and then gets lighter as we pull it in, which whatever you like, whatever look works for you, works for me. So I'm going to take this color called Fringe. It's really a teal color, so I'm going to take this on the smaller side of this brush, and I'm just going to kind of run that along my lower lash line. I'm going to take this and start running it down below, connecting it up into our blue color. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of teal and add that down here. A little bit of that fringe color. So I can kind of smoke this color under the eye. Then I'll take my little brush again and take fringe and pull it under the lash line. And connect it on the edges. De-jilt it and put that underneath as well. And just kind of drag that underneath as well and fade that into that teal color. So as you can see, we have them together. Now I will take the other end of my brush and just kind of smoke that out. Just make it all really smooth under there. Now I will also blend out the edges. I will go back in with slow burn for the last time and just kind of get that as saturated as possible. So I really want that to be super red on my inner corner. Now I'm going to take kind of fluffier end on this side and grab some of this Revolt, which is that silver color. And I'm going to add that in the inner corner. And pull that under, connecting with that purple. And you can even pull that silver up into that blue too. That'll help with that gradient color, so that blue is fading into the silver. So I'm going to go back in with my highlight brush that has some of the powder left on it, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. And I'm going to add a little bit more highlight too. So add a little bit more right under the brow, the arch of your brow. And use that to blend out your blues. So that is really interesting, and I'm going to kind of brush away any excess fallout that may have happened, and good thing is not much fallout because I used my fingers. Alrighty, so for the eyeliner, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Eye Studios Gel Liner in Blackest Black with the brush that it comes with. So I'm just going to do a relatively medium-sized wing on my eyes, starting from the outer corner. Alright, so that is just a normal sized wing. It's a little thicker, but I kind of like it like that. We'll do the same on the other eye. And sorry for all the light changes. My sunlight is like coming and going. The sun doesn't know what it wants to do right now. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and form our wings on the outer corner of our eyes, or flick, or whatever you prefer to call it. So we're going to follow this in the direction of your natural eye shape, so just made a line up like that, and just make sure that they're both relatively at the same angle. And then we'll just pull them across, we'll fill it in. Make sure we get that as dark as possible too. Alrighty, so that is good enough. So you see our wing there, and then we have it on this side. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my small angle brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to take, it's my L'Oreal Wear Infinite. Basically, it's a matte black shadow in Lush Raven. I'm going to be pressing this on top of my winged eyeliner to seal it in place, make it extra black. I have an eyeliner that I want to put in my waterline. Again, I've used this before. Any sort of a teal or turquoise eyeliner will work. This one's more of a turquoise, bright blue. I don't know what brand it is. It's from Hot Topic. If I ever figure it out, I'll put it in the video, but I honestly don't know what the company. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this turquoise color into my waterline on the bottom. See how much of a difference that makes? So you can see that blue eyeliner there really makes the eye pop even more. Alrighty, so for the mascara, I'll be using my Clinique High Impact Mascara in black. And I'm just going to do as thick of a coat as I can do without them being like spider lashes or anything like that. So I just want them to be really black and as voluminous and as long as possible. That'd be great. Alright, so for the face, in my contour, I'm going to be using my Ulta Contour brush and my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. So I'm going to be using this for the first time. Thank you, Savannah. I'm going to be just dabbing a little bit of this onto my brush and making my contour as usual. It's a little bit of a warmer color than I'm used to, but I think if I buff it out and blend it well enough that it'll be just fine. So I know some beauty people say don't use bronzer as a contour. I think it's fine if you blend it out right and you use the right products with it, so whatever. Now I'm just going to try and blend this out in circular buffing motions. And this is nice too because I do need a little bit of warmth for my face because I'm so pale. Just helps me kind of look more alive and not. A little under my chin. Down my neck because my neck is very pale. Okay, so that browns up my face a bit. I'm just going to go in with my powder brush, which I still have some powder left on it. Alrighty, so for my blush, I'm going to be using my Ulta Contour brush again, and I'm going to be using two different blushes. It's my Ulta Cheek Color in Afterglow, kind of a dusty rose, a little bit of a peach color that works with whoever, whatever, and putting this on top of my contour. Starting on the outer corners and just kind of buffing that in. Okay, and the next color I'm going to be using is an e.l.f. blush in Pink Passion. I'm going to be taking just a teeny bit of this because this stuff is pretty pigmented actually, and putting just this on the apples of my cheeks. That's what they're called, apples. Just to give me a little bit of color. And then blend that back with the Afterglow color. So for my highlight color for my cheekbones, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic is the name of it, even though it's not really pink. This is from Savannah Rose, thanks girl. So it's basically a kind of a golden highlight. I'm going to take this with my fluffy brush, Just get a little bit of that on my brush. I'm gonna be really careful with this, but I'm just gonna run it along the tops of my cheekbones. And I'll kind of run that down my nose. Use that on my Cupid's bow a little bit, and a teeny bit on my chin, just to kind of give me a nice glow all over. I know that the color in here has changed, so it's a little more of a golden color now. Whatever. For the lips, I'm going to be going a pretty neutral color. This is one of my favorites. It's the NYC Expert Last lipstick, and the color is Smooch. I'm just going to put this on first. It's just a nice pinky nude color. I'm going to be throwing my Dazzle Licious lip gloss from Bath & Body Works just on top of this, just in the middle of my lip, to kind of give me a little bit of a pouty sparkle. Just on the middle of my lip, to give me a little bit of a shine, and that is literally it. So as you can see, that didn't take very long. These colors in these electric palette are so pigmented and awesome. I'm in love with this palette, but I love it, so thumbs up for the Urban Decay Electric Palette. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can do that whenever. I'll be happy and I won't let you down. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate it, and I can't wait to make more videos, and I will see you next time. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye.